Hi, everyone. It's Arthur. And if I'm live, it must be Sunday, 3:30 Pacific time here in Los Angeles on a Sunday afternoon. Hi, everyone. And thank you for joining me. Also, before I go on, I owe everyone a big thank you, a big virtual hug and everything, big sloppy kisses. We hit 15,000 subscribers last week, and I couldn't have done it without you guys. So, I mean, I have enough. I have fake accounts, but never enough. So anyway, but thank you. It's wonderful. So if you're new here, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. And yeah, I'm really, of course, you always want more. So let's see, 15. I guess what will our next goal be? 20, 25, 30, 35? You tell me. Okay. So anyway, and so wherever you are, a great big shout out to everyone watching, and or whenever you're watching, because sometimes people watch it taped. I know that. In the meantime, it's Sunday and it's a beautiful day here in Los Angeles, finally. But traffic has been totally insane. It took me an hour just to go 20 miles last night, and nuts. And then we've got the SAG Awards, and the next week is the Oscars. This town goes crazy. But you know what? I love it. That's why I'm here. So anyway, so lots of crazy stuff has been going on in politics. Duh. And the thing is, right now everybody's scared. It's okay. It's okay to be scared. But don't get paralyzed. Be scared for a minute. And then, okay, next. But as we've been saying, try to stay away from corporate news, legacy news, because they're not covering everything. But there are a lot of wonderful, independent progressives out there that are telling the truth. Now, I did get one question here, which is a little alarming, from Bonnie Russell. She left this in the post. If you have 10 minutes, could you watch David Pakman video titled Trump Signs Terrifying Order to Expand Presidential Power and give us your psychic insights about it during your show? Well, I watched it. He's always trying to expand his presidential power, but he's also putting out there that he got rid of AP out of the White House, and he's going to try and get everybody else that doesn't agree with him. Now, AP is suing him and the staff and everyone else, and I think they're going to win. Okay? But an Angel Bright was asking, will AOC have a bright political future? Speaker of the House, maybe? Will she be safe in the coming weeks and months? I am concerned for her safety, but so thankful she is willing to be out there telling the truth. She's wonderful. And she's one of the young progressives that, is going to be taking this country by storm. Will she be the next Nancy Pelosi? I'm not going to rule it out. We'll see. Time will tell on that. But she has a really good future with the Democratic Party and moving this country forward because she actually cares about her constituents. She actually cares about people, as opposed to others that just give us lip service and don't do anything about it. Gee, I wonder who that is. Also, Donald 1043 asks, what do you see happening with the post office when 45 gets his hands on it? Well, I don't feel it's going to be as insane. It's not like he's going to run it himself. He can barely run a company without going bankrupt, let alone a country. Entertainment purposes only. Ha ha ha. So, but Joy will be stepping down. In fact, the other day I was at the post office and mailed something, and the clerk said, "So when would you like it to get there?" I said, "By Christmas of 2026." Yeah, I wasn't kidding. Anyway, so we're at Sherry in the background. Now, if anybody needs to get a hold of her, see the little alligator for Swamp Thing. swampvoice@gmail.com if you want a real Cajun read. She's a real Cajun reader. Now, also a little bit of homework, real fast. I've been talking about 5calls.org. If you haven't looked at it yet, please do. It'll help you get to all your representatives. This is how we can keep them on their toes. Just keep on plugging away. Okay? Gives you phone numbers, email addresses. They do emails. They'll give you templates. I've been using it for the last couple of weeks. My friends have been using it, and we know that things are getting through to representatives. And also, on a side note, the app Goods Unite Us. This lets you know where your money is going, who at what companies are donating to which parties, and how much, what percentage. Okay? So it's always nice to know where your money is being, where your dollars that you're spending, where that company is spending it on. Okay? So just want to put those out there. Let's say like a public service announcement. Okay. And if anybody needs to get a hold of me, ta-da, ArthurEaseYourMind.com. I got here a little early and I started putting everything in. Like, if you need a reading, if you want to donate, if you want to get a hold of my guided meditations. So yeah, that's why there's like 17 things I put up there. So bear with me. I do lose my mind now and then. Now tonight we're doing the political world event stuff. Please put your questions in caps, which most of you have been doing. And we're not taking personal stuff tonight. So I will be on what show? I'll be on with Ali Marina. Once in a while we take personal questions. That's on Monday night. And then I believe Thursday I'm on with Scott. And we do personal questions then. So hope that helps. So let's see. Okay. So now that that's out of the way, let's get to some questions. I think we went through 50 last week. So let's see if we can do more than that. And also, please, when you're writing your questions, put one question at a time. Give other people a chance to put up questions. And then when we start running out of questions, then you can put them up. Okay? If that makes sense. Hey, I just make this stuff up and hope it happens. That's why I'm a psychic. Okay. So let's go to our questions. Ooh, but first, okay, let's see here. Rudy33 Cake. Ooh, what a pretty kitty cat. Do you think Trump is a KGB spy? Does the Pope have pneumonia? Does that answer your question? I always think he has been. But no, I mean, if somebody gives him like $1.95, he'll give whatever he has. Okay? Entertainment purposes only, but yes, I'm not going to rule it out. And his daddy was KKK, so stuff like that, I guess, runs in his family. Hi, Jenny S. Arthur, LA Mayor Bass fired Fire Chief Crowley. She blamed her for lack of preparation. Did she make her the scapegoat? Yes. Yes. And if you recall, when everything was going down, Fox and everything was going, well, she's a lesbian. What does that have to do with being a firefighter? Come on. Get a life, people. But I do feel she was a scapegoat because don't forget, Mayor Bass was in Africa when everything started going down, and she got a lot of flack for that. But then it wasn't her fault. It's that she had the trip planned, and there were 100-degree-mile winds. So, but like I said last time, thank God we didn't have an earthquake. It would be shake and bake. All right, next. Let's see here. Hi, Andrew. Don't ask me to pronounce your last name because you will laugh. Hi, Arthur. Do you see Pete Buttigieg as senator or president since he's trying to figure out what options is best? I see him being a senator. I see him getting that seat. And he'll be very good at what he does. Eventually, will there be higher office for him? Yes, I do believe so. But right now, I really feel like being a senator is a lot of work. But he's got his kids, he's got his husband, the things to take care of. I feel this is a good move for him. Okay? That's what the guys are saying. He's not going away. He's going to be around for a long time. Yay. Kanchana, will Trump cut SS? I wish he would cut BS, but that's a whole nother story. I don't know if he's going to cut. I mean, there's a lot of things going on right now with the expats. People who get their Social Security checks in other countries, they're supposed to get it by, I think it's the 3rd of the month. It doesn't go by your last name or birthday. It goes by if you're an expat. And they did not get checks in February. And nobody's addressing that or why they didn't. They just said people are getting notes saying it's suspended when they go into their accounts. So that's going to be looked into. I feel it will be corrected in time. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people that, retired, living in other countries because it's cheaper, and they're not getting their Social Security. So it's kind of scary because there's no notice whatsoever. They were just cut off. But is he going to cut it for the rest of us? I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. And I don't think it's Trump as much as it is Musk and his muskrats and their AI. Okay? Next question. Hi, Peggy Jean. Do you see Elon being removed from White House? Eventually, yes. Kicking and screaming and looking like Gollum. Yes. I'm not getting an exact time frame on it. And Peggy Jean, you're also asking, do you see 45 being physically removed from the White House by police, medical personnel? Okay, I had a vision a while back that I saw some type of military type people removing him. A vision, and didn't actually see MPs or anything. It just they read as military type people, like generals. The actual vision was generals walking into the White House, into the Oval Office, and say, "Sir, and take him away for treason." There'll be enough information. And I feel J.D. Vance, before his time to change his makeup, will also be considered co-conspirator. That was my vision. Okay? How that's going to play out, I'm not going to say specifically, but I do feel it means something. Number one. Number two, I do feel, I've been saying after the Ides of March 15th, things are going to start going downhill. It's going to look the first week of March. I keep on getting where Trump's going to think he got away with everything. Everything's great and wonderful. And then the next week after that, it's like a slip and slide. And going downhill. And then when we get to end of March, there's going to be a lot of stuff on the fan. So don't turn the fan on. And then as we get into June, July, that's when I feel things are going to start really coming to the surface with information coming from other countries, with information about the election, with information, just so much stuff, they can't deny it. Okay. So that's what I see. But, and again, another vision I had a dream once where I kept on seeing him handcuffed to a gurney, entertainment purposes only. I know weebles wobble, they don't fall down, but he does. Okay, next. Ironweed. It's a beautiful purple flower. Hi, Arthur. Will Deb Haaland, Secretary of Interior under Biden and two-term congressperson, be the next governor of New Mexico? You mean New America? I'm not going to say no. My guys are just saying it's close. They're leaning towards her, but I'm not getting a definitive yes or no. Time will tell them this. Maybe ask me in a couple of weeks or whenever whenever the election is for the governor of New Mexico, or I'm sure Trump wants to call it New America, but or New Mar-a-Lago. That would be the name of a state, wouldn't it? Anyway, so we'll see on that one. Hi, Martha Griffin. Since Elon can do the senators and reps jobs, when are they going to get rid of them and help trim the fat? I sent messages to Oklahoma senators asking for bullet points of what they did last week for Oklahoma. Well, that question's okay. It's a good one. Well, they're all fighting for their jobs right now. It's like, it also reminds me of a bucket full of crabs. You know, one tries to get out, they all grab the other crab and bring it all back in. I remember going crabbing with my grandfather in Cape May, New Jersey, or Cape May, and asking him Wildwood, New Jersey, and asking him why he doesn't put a net over the bucket. And he said, look, they're not going to get out. And so that's what it seems. Every time I look at the house, that's what it looks like. They're all fighting, you know, but not for long. This too shall pass. Okay. Thank you, Martha. I hope that helped. Hi, Bonnie McCord. Hello, Arthur. How will Trump and Musk be removed from office? Will it be by force or votes or death? I don't wish death on anyone, but just asking. I know you're asking for a friend. You're not asking this. It's a friend that's asking, so we're not going to blame you, Bonnie. Specifically, how are they going to? They're going to be removed. Now, over 2 years ago, I said I wasn't worried about Trump because you have to be alive to be a president. I still kind of stand by that because I don't see him finishing 4 years, let alone 2. And does that mean he goes to the great beyond or the great below? I'm not sure, but he's not going to be around. And I can guarantee you there's no public schools named after Trump, let alone any universities. Oh, wait, we had Trump University. Never mind. Next, let's see. I hope that answers your question. Okay. Hi, Laura Wright, with a cute little doggy. Will Trump be successful in taking over the minerals of Ukraine? No. I feel that's going to be, they already tried. Hey, we're going to take 50%. I mean, God, he's such a blob boss. But trying to, tell Zelensky, we're just going to take it away from you. I feel they're going to try and come up with some type of agreement where he'll try and take over some of the minerals. He won't take them all. I don't see it being successful. I really don't. So I feel we'll know that answer by the end of March. Okay. Let's see next here. Hi, Jenny Wells. Dear Arthur, how bad will Social Security be affected by Trump? Like I said, I feel for the expats, people in other countries, they're hurting. But it'll be restored. It doesn't help in the meantime. But I feel, in all honesty, they talk about it because they want to scare the bejesus out of us. They want to keep us, in a corner, in a fetal position, peeing ourselves. Sorry. But, oh wait, that's Trump. But no, it's just, seriously, I don't see where everyone's just not going to get their check one day. I don't get that. So, time will tell on that. But I could be wrong, but that's what I get. All right? Thanks for your question. Hi, Irene. Will Ivanka or Melania be whistleblowers on Trump? Well, if the check bounces, yeah, they're going to talk about them. I actually get a yes on this for both of them to save their own hide, not out of civic duty. Okay. Yes, their books will be called The Art of the Squeal, Part 1 and 2. L. Thompson, greetings. What can we do to support Native Americans? That is a great question. The wording I'm hearing, the first word that came to me is donate. Donate to tribes. That's the only answer I have for you. But it's a great question. I'm sure in the chat, if somebody has an answer for this, please put it up. Okay? Because that's why I love this wonderful community. Everybody's here helping everybody. I just wish they would push him over. Never mind. Marine, when will Peach Hesses be fired? 3, 2. Oh, he has to have another drink? Okay. 3, 2. No. Soon. By June, July. Okay. Hi, Maria. Is U.S. abolishing the electoral college? If so, when approximately? Thank you. Well, they got to get all the states to vote for it. I think there's like 5 more states. It's eventually going to happen. That I can tell you. In my lifetime. And hell, I'm going to be 68. So, yeah. Oh, my God. I'll send you more flowers. Thank you, Linda G, Comanche Psychic, for this super sticker. Now, she may know what to do for Native Americans. But thank you, Linda. That's so sweet of you. I love you. We all love you. Paula, why can't someone take care of Musk? Karma. It'll happen. Don't ask me how. Don't ask me when. It's going to happen. I always see the long arm of the law takes care of it because I think he's going to try and run out of the country. Is Ivania haunting Trump? We have to have a conscience to haunt somebody, I think. Or heart. Sorry, Tin Man. I'm sure she's around saying, why are my ashes in a coffin with all these gold bars? Because it took 10 men to carry the casket and it was just an urn. A haunting we will go. Yeah. There you go. Hi, Helen. Will Zelensky step down to bring peace to his country, and will Ukraine still fight against Putin without Zelensky? I don't see Zelensky stepping down. I don't see it. Well, if they say, oh, he has to step down so we stop the war, that's like, well, how come? Well, we'll stop the war. Why don't Trump step down and Putin step down? Okay, we'll stop the war. Not going to happen. I don't see it. I might be on crack, but I don't see it. I'm not on crack. Okay. Hi, Barbara. Is Yellow Menace a Russian asset? You mean Orange Menace? Or Yellow Menace being EM? I believe EM is. So, I think both are. Entertainment purposes only. Hi, Vivian. Why Republican Congress is so scared of Trump? Because the Blvd boss, I feel, is threatening his families, their families and stuff, with doxing and everything. I really do. I really feel they are fearful that if they don't vote for what Trump has, somebody in their family is going to get hurt. But in the evolution of the world, jellyfish did get a spine eventually and came out of the water, or the amoebas. So there you go. They'll get a spine. But I really feel there's been a lot of threats, quiet threats, like the mob. Sorry to say that, but that's what I get. Hi, Angel. There has been a bunch of new YouTube channels popping out, making all kinds of predictions. What is their purpose? I'm not sure. But the ones that are getting me crazy are the near-death experiences, where the little boy comes out of a coma. Jesus told me that Trump is the savior. Okay. Next. Delete. Not going to watch that video anymore. It's all propaganda. It's all propaganda. And, and also the ones with all the predictions for Bob Show, whatever her name was, the woman who made all those predictions, and Nostradamus. And I read Nostradamus' prediction. I don't remember him saying specifically this is going to happen in 2025. I think the Simpsons have a better chance of getting it right. But at this point in time, I think it's just a lot of bots. So take it from there. I'm kind of new here, so I hope you don't include me. Next. Hi, Patricia. Lily Jackson. Can you explain the reason why Trumpty Dumpty fired Chairman of Joint Chiefs of Staff? What is the plan for the military? Well, maybe he's afraid the chief of staff's getting together and going in and saying, you're not the president anymore. You're going against the Constitution. Also, the fact that I don't want to play a race card. That's all I'll say. But it just seems like they're trying to erase a lot of stuff. In fact, I was surprised that Joy Reid got canceled at MSNBC. But it's because these people are smart. And if he's afraid that if Trump were to give an order that was very, very unconstitutional, that the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff would say no. So he wants yes men. That's why we got Pete Hedgehog where he is. So where is he? At the bar? Just kidding. Hi, Cindy L. Thank you. Love you live shows. Thank you so much. That helps the channel. Thank you so much. You guys are really good to me. Rose Blue, a decent budget passes in March or short shutdown. I've been feeling some Democrats are getting some spines and are going to hold some things up. If they don't, and there may be a shutdown. Maybe a day or two. But the way things are going, who can tell? And I don't see it being a decent budget, no. Not at all. And I feel Democrats are going to stand up against it to get it changed. To be more ethical, for lack of a better word. I mean, that came from the guides. The word ethical does not does not compute with this administration. But anyway. Hi, Diane. Are you familiar with AIM's strategy? I've heard of it. I'm not completely familiar with it. I believe Sterling has talked about this. So no, I'm not gonna say yes and make a fool of myself. I do that anyway, just by answering questions up in my mouth. But I'm not as familiar as I should be. So I'm gonna leave it at that. There are more learned people out there than me. But thank you. Hi, Mercury Angel. Kash Patel is telling government workers to ignore Musk emails about being fired. Is there a civil war brewing in the Trump administration? You ever read the book, The Gang That Couldn't Shoot Straight? Jimmy Breslin? That's what this reads like. Well, it's going to be weird. Goldie Hawn. How's Kurt? Just kidding. Do you have any idea what the provisional government might look like after 45 and EM are gone? Thank you, Arthur. Glitter and rainbows and unicorns. Empathy, compassion. Those are the words we will be hearing once more. That's what I'm getting here. I feel things start going. Things seem to be falling apart in a way, but they'll be built back. Not to sound like build back better, so that, and I do feel that as we get into 26, 27, the new Congress will be adding amendments to our Constitution to make sure this does not happen. This cannot happen again. Like a felon cannot run for the office. Things of that nature. Okay. If that answers your question. Who do you see as the next Florida governor? Thanks. Mickey Mouse. Not DeSantis' wife, I can tell you that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure who's in the running, but I don't feel it's going to be his wife. They've been talking about that. I don't think it's going to be Matt Gaetz. So ask me in a couple of weeks. I'll do some more research. Starlight Dreamer. Will Trump be out of office by summer? I gotta keep on hearing the Gershwin song "Summertime." I want to say yes, because I mean, completely out. I'm saying something's coming down June, July. We'll take it from there. Okay. Sheila Treasure Finder. Well, you found me. Never mind. Will all the scorched earth activities that EM and Trump are doing, is this all to weaken the U.S. from the inside as well as internationally? You think? They're just doing. They're just little children playing in the sandbox, destroying everything on the way. They don't care. I don't think they realize to the full extent how they are weakening the U.S. Now, the thing is, Vance, he knows. A lot of these people know. But Trump is just like, what do you want me to sign? I'll sign it. He's not going to be here that long. And the scorched earth, just like in California and Los Angeles, the earth will grow back. Things will be rebuilt. And we'll have plaques that say there was a scorched earth. But that was then. It'll be now, later on. Okay? We'll recover from this. Thank you, Sheila. Pim did 22. If Trash Patel really goes through with his revenge list, who is the first and what kind of punishment he planned? I don't even want to go there. I don't know. I haven't seen a list. I know there is one. Yeah, I can see him like in a dirty Santa Claus, checking his list, checking it twice. He may try and go through with some of the revenge list, but I don't know. I feel Blondie Bondi is not going to let him do some of the stuff he wants to do. So we'll see. But who's the first on the list? Joe Biden, probably. Entertainment purposes only. Hi, Rich. Why was Joy Reid fired from MSNBC? Well, I think it had to do with ratings. They're reshuffling things. In fact, there was a hint of a memo a friend told me about if Rachel Maddow's numbers didn't go up, they were going to have to toss her as well. So, is it because of DEI? No, I don't feel that's it. It is optics that look like it could be, but I don't feel it is. She wasn't probably bringing the numbers that they wanted. Simple as that. Thanks, Rich. Nancy, question. Will the return of the stranded bodies of the Babish children, both under 5 years, make people realize their positions on Israel? Oh, the strangled bodies, sorry. I'd like to say yes, but we're talking about higher ups who don't have hearts, like Netanyahu. I'm sorry that I can't answer the question probably the way you want me to. I'm just going to say I think for normal people, yes, it's disturbing. But for some people that are so cynical and or set in their ways, they could care less. Don't hit me. I'm just telling you what I get. Nirajana, do the MAGA Republicans have the brains to understand that the repulsive one wants to dismantle our democracy? Do they care? I feel they know. I feel they're scared. Do they care? Well, I guess if someone are getting lots of money in their bank accounts, they don't care. They're not asking questions. Remember Sergeant Schultz? I know nothing. But they're not that brain dead. I mean, you don't need to be a psychic to see what's going on here. So we're just going to take it from there. They do know. Do they care? They're afraid to care. That's how I'll read that one. Will Trump cut SSI? I get he's going to try momentarily, but it's not going to be able to go through the way he wants it to, and it will be restored. That I got real fast from the guides just this moment. Hi, Don Turner. Do you see Doug Ford winning the Ontario provincial election? I forget I don't know what party he's with. I'm sorry. I'm not going to answer the question. I'm not familiar with the politics. Okay. I feel it's going to go more center liberal than right wing. I don't know if Doug Ford is liberal center. Yes. If he's right wing, I get no. Hope that answers. Hi, T-Lin. Is Jeffrey Sachs' speech to EU Parliament a crack to break open world government corruption kept from public? To me, it's like let's look behind the curtain and see what's going on here. Okay, that's one answer that. Hi, Raven. Do you see the Felon and Co. being decertified this summer? I don't know about this summer. They will be decertified. And right now, I feel he should be certified. But that's a whole nother story. Sir, you look so good with that white jacket scratching your back all the time. Never mind. This could be what I keep on seeing something happen in June, July. So let's keep our fingers crossed. Desiree, will the federal employees that have lost their jobs be rehired? I get there's some type of program, yes. Well, all of them? Like I said, I'm getting some type of a program. Because there were some people that were like on probationary their last week, they were let go. For them, I'm not sure if they'll be able to come back right away. But I do feel things that seem to have been dismantled will be put back in place, rebuilt better. Okay. Next question. Flibberty. Oh, please don't even ask me to say that name. Hi, Arthur. Do people like 45 face justice when they pass, and what does it look like? Um, the belief is that when we pass, there's judgment, and that we see everything, we experience the hurts that we caused others as part of our soul lesson to learn. And some people say, well, it's part of his soul contract to be here. I say, yes, part of his soul contract to be here, but it's also sort of part of his soul contract to go right or left, do the right thing, or do what he's doing now. And I think he failed. So, personal opinion only. Hi, Susie. What will happen with Fox once 45 and EM are found out? They'll have a lot of game shows. I feel it's going to be dismantled in some ways. Also, I've always felt when Daddy dies, I mean, there's such scuttlebutt between all the kids. Who's going to take what? And how it's going to be divided. I just get there's going to be some changes. And also, I feel there can be, there's going to be lawsuits. In fact, wasn't it Hunter Biden suing Fox? Yay. You should go after Marty Taylor Greene for the D-pics too. For like revenge porn. Fox it's going to change. It's going to change. There's going to be lawsuits coming down too. So that's what I feel will happen. Hi, Spiritual Garden. Will our allies totally desert us after Felon 1 and Felon 2, like Zeus thing 1 and thing 2? I thought you were talking about redfish, bluefish. Will they return, or will the Republicans need to be neutered first? Combination of both. I don't think the allies will completely desert us. They will. We have to prove ourselves that we're not going to go back to these ways. But it's kind of like Canadians know most of the Americans don't hate them, and vice versa. It's just the people at the top that are playing games. I mean, not Trudeau. I'm talking about Trump. So I feel they'll look at us at arm's length. We'll have to prove ourselves again. But then I feel we'll be back in the fold, just like Biden got everyone back in the fold and made NATO even stronger. Okay. Hi, Christian. Hi, Arthur. Love seeing you. Mexico sent troops on the border. Do you, the Mexican military, cracking down on the drug cartels and flow of guns from the U.S. into Mexico? I feel they are cracking down on the guns coming in from the U.S., and they have been cracking down on the cartels. I feel the thing is we just don't hear about it here in our news. So that's how I'm going to answer that. Hi, Kathy T. Will Ukraine be allowed to join NATO? Will that be part of the peace deal? Thank you. I believe that they're going to say you're not allowed to join NATO. But then again, would you really trust what Trump and Putin comes up with for them? They may say, okay, we'll join NATO, and then rip that paper up after 2 people die, and, hey, NATO wants you back. That's why I see it happening. I don't see it infinitum. They're not going to be. Eventually, they will be part of NATO. Eventually. Just real quick, Nancy wrote here, white jacket or straight jacket? Is there a difference? The walls will be pleated. Anyway, next, let's see here. What we got here? Just did that one? Trump is firing the military generals. The DOD is pissed. Do you see a military coup to remove Trump and his administration? That's kind of like what I was hinting at before, with people walking into the White House saying, "Excuse me, sir, bye." That's what I feel is going to happen, because the generals and the military has sworn an oath to the Constitution, not to the emperor/king wannabe. Okay. KKL. How can Mellenhan demand all government employees send an email bullet pointing what they accomplished last week if he is not in charge of Doge? Isn't he just leaving a trail of evidence about the big lie? Of course he is. Now, if people write their little bullet points of what I did last week, who's going to read it? What, the 19-year-old kid is going to put it through what, AI to read? Like ChatGPT? And say yay or nay? I just don't understand this one. I don't see him around. I see him going away. Either that, I'm going to have to get some Calgon to take me away. Hi, Sheila. How can we kick Hakeem Jeffries in the hiney to do more to resist? I'll be honest with you. When I look into this, I feel he's very eloquent. I feel he's doing things behind the scenes that we're not seeing. Just like Nancy Pelosi did a lot of things behind. Well, of course, she was an Aries. Yay. But she was ruthless. But she knew how to play the game. And I do feel that eventually, I think Hakeem Jeffries is doing more than we know. I could be wrong, but that's what I get. I feel that he's taking a lot of hits, but there's a lot of things he wants to say he can't just yet, but he will. That's why I see it. Okay. Hi, Lisa Foster. Will Andy Beshear run for Senate to take Mitch McConnell's place? He said he's not. He'll replace Mitch McConnell's seat with a Democrat and get lots of people up in an uproar. But then they can just hand out lots of bourbon for everybody to drink to keep the economy going in Kentucky. I see Beshear staying as governor. Ellison. Will the White House staff, cleaners, etc., break protocol and offer any incriminating information? You've watched too many made-for-TV movies. But then again, so have I. And I agree with you, yes. The walls have ears. They really do. And eyes. Hi, Matthew. When will we get some wartime leadership out of the Democratic Party? It's coming. It's coming. There's already people waiting in the wings. And, I mean, AOC, Jasmine Crockett, Moskowitz in Florida, Frost in Florida, Goldman. There are a lot of people that are going to start coming forward. The thing is, when a lot of the stuff was going down, they were on break, and so they didn't get the press they needed. And of course, a lot of the stuff they're doing, the press is not covering. The media press, corporate press. And thank you, 1412 people in the room. Wow. I think that's not Super Bowl Sunday. Hi, Judy. Will Elon lose his Canadian citizenship? Canadian sign a petition to get him out. Good question. I'm not going to say no. The guides were like, time will tell. That's a great question. Because they put up, 100% tariff on Tesla cars going into Canada? Good for them. Are Sandy Feet 007? I don't know, are they? Will the origin of the LA fires be made public? I get a yes. Some of it was accidental. I feel there were two that were definitely arson. But don't forget, an ember can go 5 miles in that kind of wind. So that's why everything was so devastating. I don't think it'll be like, oh, well, the cow kicked over the flame, like in Chicago. But then again, it depends who writes it. We'll eventually know. Hi, Kelly Chuff. Will the melon and the felon, I love that, melon and felon face any consequences for what they were doing? Yes. In time. Not only here, but elsewhere. They got some explaining to do. Hi, Samantha. No more gerrymandering. One person, one vote, no matter political affiliation. Well, it is one person, one vote, supposedly. It's gerrymandering. It's the electoral college. Things are going to change over the next 2.5 to 3 years when it comes to voting. And there are a lot of guardrails going to be put back in place. And yeah, so it's going to be interesting. But we will get to vote back. Hi, Patricia. Was the assassination attempt a hoax or a scare? The first one in Butler, PA? Look up one of my shows where I equate it to the Manchurian Candidate. And the second one wasn't really what they made it out. I mean, the guy was just holding a rifle. He didn't point at anybody. Entertainment purposes only. When it first came down, the first thing I heard from my guides is manufactured. So we'll take it from there. Hi, Sherry, ERI. Do you think Ivana was going to reveal him being a Russian agent and why she isn't here? For a woman that never used the stairs and slipped down them, something happened. If it was because she was going to say he was a Russian agent, I don't know. I do know she was going to reveal some stuff. It might have been about his money, not about his hair plugs. But it's sad. The day before she's supposed to do a deposition, she's dead. Can't make that up. Okay. Let's see here. Hi, Renee. Arthur. Will there be an unaliving attempt on Musk or Trump next month? I don't know. What I keep on getting is stuff coming to the surface, paperwork, receipts, and things of that nature. An unaliving, I'm not sure. But the way things are going, everything is so fluid right now. I wouldn't be surprised. But if something like that were to happen, is it real or manufactured? Get the sympathy vote. It's like the Germans burning down buildings and saying it was the Jews when they did it themselves. You do realize, entertainment purposes only, and this is my own personal opinion, we're in the Fourth Reich. Okay? Let's see here. Let's see. Next. Hi, Arthur. Will the Musk minions be jailed or worse for their crimes? I get a yes on that. Jailed or worse? What would be worse? Watching all of Trump's speeches on loop? That would be pretty frightful. But I do get they'll get their comeuppance one way or another. Thank you, Debbie Harry. Hi, Teresa Springs. Thank you so much. So sweet of you. Thank you. Kelly. Hi, Arthur. If the felon and the melon are removed, would it be Mike Johnson in the seat or an intern government? I always get intern government. I don't see Mike Johnson's going to be around. He's part of it. Co-conspirators all around. Round and round it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. But we do. Mike Johnson's one of them. So. Hi, Connie B. Oh, wow. Will Joy Reid join Midas Touch? Arthur, ease your mind? I'm not sure. I just read it this morning. Or just read it, not this morning, about 20 minutes before I logged on here. We'll see. I'm sure she has somewhere to go. Will Ohio's next female be a female? No. Oh, did you hear about the 2 congresswomen in Democrats in Ohio? they put something that was so ridiculous, and it's nonsense, but they put a bill in. It's called the Birth Begins at Erection bill, that if men have intercourse with a woman and don't, that they have to, it's the only reason why a man can have intercourse with a woman is to have a child, period. And then it's for straight men. They're saying, well, if men can control women's bodies, why can't we control men's bodies? They're just making a point, but it's a very interesting read. So look it up. Stefani, is there a way to get Trump, Elon, and JD Vance out of my country, maybe into jail? Yeah. The three of them, Three Stooges, going to Guantanamo. The Three Stooges go to Guantanamo Bay. It's going to happen. Things are going to happen. I know we want to see it now, but it's still going to happen. Okay. Let's see here. KDT. Why have we not heard a word from Kamala? We looked upon her as a leader. I feel we will. We will. At the moment, I feel, actually, she's been told to be quiet. And then when she does speak, people listen. It's kind of like, this is going to be a really weird example, but in orchestration, when you're orchestrating for an orchestra, Debussy once said, if you want to hear the French horn, you don't play it, so that when it is played, it's heard. And I feel she's being silent right now. It's tactical. We will be hearing from her at the right time. Okay. Okay, next. Kash Patel has been confirmed to be in the office for 10 years. Do you see him in that long? No. No. He's 78? No. I don't see him there that long. No. Actually, I don't. Because don't forget, they got rid of others that were supposed to be there for 10 years. So I don't see him there that long. Okay, I think I got time for one more. We've answered this. Yes, I got a yes on that. They will be jailed or worse. I just don't know what worse would be. Watching old reruns of Gilligan's Island. Just kidding. I love Gilligan's Island. All right, let's make it one more question. She will be. Helen, is Kamala back in the ring now? She will be. It's not over. As I always say, the fat lady's not singing. It's just getting warmed up. She hasn't started yet. All right. Well, I think I'm brain dead right now. Believe it or not, I was brain dead before I started. I just proved it now. I went to a seminar yesterday, and it was really interesting. The one thing I walked away from it was with this Glenn Rotman. He's an incredible hypnotherapist. And he was talking about people going through life thinking they failed. They either succeed or they fail. We don't fail. We succeed and we learn. We don't fail. If I asked you to, rewire my house with the electrical and everything, you didn't know how to do it, then the house burnt down. Was it your fault? No, you didn't know what you're doing. If you go to repair my car and give you all the parts, give you all the tools, but you don't know how to do anything with a car and it doesn't work. Did you fail? No, you know what you're doing. So either succeed or you learn. So that's where you should look at life. None of us have failed. In fact, Edison said he has 1,000 ways not to make a light bulb. That doesn't mean he failed. He just knows how not to do it. Okay? So again, thank you for stopping by, all 1,500 of you. It really means a lot. Okay. In the middle of my segue to say goodbye, should I put up another question? When will others follow McConnell out the door? There has to be a retirement age for those power-hungry people in both parties. They're going to work on term limits. That's part of what's going to be worked on. Okay? So in the meantime, if anybody needs to get a hold of Sherry, you can get her at swampvoices@gmail.com. If you're looking for a reading, as I said last time, I have openings. Yeah, in May, April, March. So anyway, arthureaseyourmind.com. All right. And in the meantime, and the guided meditations have been going really well. The two that are the top ones that everyone's been listening to are letting go of stress and anxiety and deep healing, followed by gratitude. So they're available on my YouTube channel under playlist. And so listen to those. They can help with, we need it right now. All right. So in the meantime, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell button, the little bell for notifications. And I will see you next Sunday. In the meantime, I'm doing a show with Marina and Allie tomorrow night, then Aloha Tuesday with Mel, and then on with Scott, Sun Moon Tarot on Thursday, doing personal questions. So in the meantime, I'm around. So just have fun. Take care of yourselves. And remember, we don't fail. We succeed or we learn. How's that? All right. So thank you again. And I'm battling now. So good night. Take care.